Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Middle of the week, Wednesday. Alrighty, I am getting going here this morning. Grab a drink, trusty coffee, a snack, your makeup, your tools, and let's get going. I am going to revisit a product this morning. It is a under eye neutralizer, and it is under eye brightener by Palladido. P-A-L-L-A-D-I-O. I can't say that for the life of me. And let's get started here. This is a sort of a pinky color. It's supposed to neutralize discoloration, which it definitely does. We're putting it on the lids and the under eye area to really neutralize, and my scarring, to really neutralize that discoloration, because it's pretty significant. When I get really tired, I get it really bad, and I have not been sleeping well. Can't imagine why, right? Just too much in my life going on. So we are taking that and we are applying it underneath down here with these scars and on the lid in the corner. It definitely does. Definitely does cancel out the discoloration, covers up the scar. Now I'm just wiping the rest of it off. Yeah, definitely does. That's I have forgotten about this in my collection too. Under eye corrector that neutralizes the discoloration and the covers up my scars. Also too, I had somebody say to me the other day that they wondered why I don't refer to this line that you get under here as discoloration, because it's not. When you see the line underneath your eyes right here, it's a very faint line. You can see it through your skin. That is from fat loss. Okay, so I had weight loss surgery 4 years ago in December, and I've lost over 100 pounds, and this right here and these areas right here are where I've had significant loss of fat in my face. And so that's what happens, is you get this line right here where the fat, I'm sure you've seen, there's a procedure out where they take your own body fat and they put it back under here. That's what they're doing. They are fixing the fat that's missing underneath your eye. And that's really the only solution, unfortunately, to fix that. So, there you go. Using Sephora today for, not Sephora, Fiora for foundation, P-H-O-E-R-A. I've been using this and really enjoying the coverage I'm getting, how it completely transforms my complexion. I mean, completely transforms my complexion. As you can see, the difference over here versus over here. And I'm using literally a dot of product. And I'm getting this beautiful, uniform complexion that is just blowing me away. It is literally taking 20 years off my skin. I don't know what they have in this formula, but whatever it is, it's a keeper for me. And the price point is spectacular. I have linked it in my last few videos for you to go check it out. I hope you do. If you get it, please let me know, because I do really want to hear back from you on if you feel the same way I do about this product. So let me know that you've purchased it and what your thoughts are. That's important. Want to make sure that if you have a differing opinion that we get that out there too, because that's important. Not everything works for everybody, as we've talked about many times before. Just because it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you, and vice versa. Okay. Beautiful. I am wearing brown today, as you can see. Get that down on there. I've done my brows already too. Today I am going to be doing a separate video on skincare. I've had a lot of you ask me for it, and so I'm not going to do a demonstration, but I'm going to discuss the products that I use and how I use them with you and show you each product, and then I will put the link at the bottom of the video because I do have the link for that. So today I'm going to be using this great, beautiful palette. It's this gorgeous, yummy brown Nuddie Patootie by Laura Lee, Los Angeles. And look at this. Oh, gorgeous, right? I'm going to be using this and this. And I'm not going to use it the way you think I'm going to use it. So get ready. I haven't done it before. Well, if I have, it's been quite a while. So, what a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. Gonna be using Exposed and Nakey. What names, my goodness. And maybe a little bit of Spark. Oh, just gorgeous. This is just yummy. Okay, that's all on. Looks good. Let's get our powder going today. Laura Mercier's Tinted Pink Loose Powder. Ooh, got a lot done. A lot came on that sponge. Just taking it and really patting it into the skin, locking those products, those wet products down with my powder. Blending down on your neck, blending up on your forehead, fixing your hair. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Grab this big piece of paper towel here so I can wipe away all that powder that I just put everywhere. Okay, beautiful. Oh, it's just spectacular, right? Hair is looking kind of funny here. I think I'm just gonna flatten it out and put it all behind my ears. Yeah, that looks better. Does that look better, guys? Yeah, that looks better. Fix it right here. Fix it right there. Yep, that looks much better. Like one side was out and the other side wasn't. Okay, brown. Beautiful, beautiful palette. Let's put some lips on first, though. And we are using Bronzini L'Oreal. And let me find my... Beautiful color that is. Just gorgeous. Yummy, yummy. Just love that. Okay, let's grab this beautiful brown. Gonna go dark. Taking that dark brown color and applying it to my lids. And then I am working it upward from the lid up through transition. Really accentuating my brown eyes today, because I'm wearing brown. And we are really working that in, swirling it in motions, and then pulling it up into transition, and then blending it. Adding a little more to the transitional area. Windshield wiper back and forth. Windshield wiper back and forth. Oh, so beautiful. Look at that. Wow. Then I'm going to pick up this lighter color. I need my glasses so I can see which one it is. Putting it up under here, right underneath the brow line. I don't want to wipe away what I just put in transition, so I'm being really careful to get right up underneath the brow right here. Beautiful. Then I'm going to be picking up a really tiny brush, really tiny brush, and I'm dipping it into two of the darkest browns in the palette, and I'm mixing them. And then I am putting them along. This is sort of has some reddish tones to it, tones. So I'm mixing it with the brown that I used for the lid. I want to get a really rich color on the outline. So I'm mixing, I will show you which one I mixed. Gorgeous. Really accentuating my brown eyes. Then I'm going to pick up that light color. No, the 2 second lightest color is going to mix them together. And then we're just going to come right here and add a little bit of sparkly, glittery lightness. Just right here. So you can get that look when you look straight on, that you get light from, like when the sun hits your face, you want it to hit right there, and you want your eyes to go poof. Beautiful. That's just gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I used hardly any of those colors, guys. They are incredibly pigmented. So what did I use? I used these two for the lid. Then I used these two for the lid. I used Nakey Nakey and Reveal. Then I used Butt Naked and Nakey Nakey for the outline. And then I used Stark up in the middle, and I mixed that with Undressed. And that is just beautiful. Laura Lee's Nuddie Patootie. I will see if I can find the link for that today. Don't know if I have it, but I will find it because it is truly beautiful. Now we do have a little bit of fallout because again, it is brown and you generally get some fallout with these darker colors. So we're going to grab our big brush, dip it into our Revlon finishing powder, and really swipe away underneath the eye. Really want to make sure that we're getting any of that brown fallout to go away. Certainly don't want any residual of that. Then we are grabbing blush, which is Milani's Dolce, my go-to, one of my go-tos. Using a darker blush today instead of Fenty because I'm using darker tones, right? So want a darker tone blush with the darker tones in the eyes. All right, now let's grab my kabuki brush, get some on there. Really make sure that we are blending that blush in so we have no really harsh lines. We're just basically taking the product and we're just smoothing it out. Getting that really airbrushed look that I love so much. Gonna add a little bit of a darker brown to the lip. This is LA Colors Cocoa Shimmer. I think we need a little bit browner tone to match the really rich, brown colors in the eyes. That's beautiful. Look at that. Wow. Alrighty. I did have to get new mascara. I noticed yesterday that my mascara was really struggling, and so I have a new Milani and a new L'Oreal Panorama. Those lasted me about 3 months. Which is pretty good, I think. Okay, I've got to get out my brow setting gel from Benefit Bang. We are setting these brows in place. Okay, let's start with the Milani. It is Anti-Gravity in black. Starting way down in the bottom of the stalk, really far down, as far as I can, almost to the root, if I can get it down there. So I can grab that curl that we just put in. Hope your week has been going well. Here, my husband down in therapy this morning. He has therapy that comes out once a week, and works with him for strengthening, balance, all those good things that he really needs to work on so he does not fall again. Cannot risk another fall with him. Okay, got that first coat on. Now let's go to the bottom here. Using the end, the tiny little end, to grab and coat these lashes. Looking good. Now, I use a second coat with, or really it's a third coat with L'Oreal Panorama. This one seems to give me a little bit more length, so I try to remember to do it second because I get a better result at the ends of my lashes with this one. It creates these really great tubes because it's all tubular mascara, remember? So I get a much better end result when I use this one second. Really develops nice, long, thick tubes. L'Oreal Panorama. It's a great product. It really is a great product. It had so many great reviews, and I'm pretty sure that it won in its class. I just can't remember if it was where it finished, but I know it won awards because it is such a great product. I think it's one of the best discount drugstore products on the market. That one, L'Oreal Panorama. All right, let's take a look here. Oh, beautiful colors today. Really, really pretty colors today. Now, I have really dark brown eyes, and I used a really dark brown today, but my eyes do not look like they're set back. The reason they do not look like that is because we took that lighter color and we put it right in here, this inner third, which takes your eyes and pulls them forward so they don't sink back. Because the last thing you want to do is put eyeshadow on that makes your eyes sink in, like you have just tiny little beaded eyes. You don't want that. You want your whole eye to look and grab somebody's attention. And the way that I do that is by adding this lighter color, lighter tone to brown in the corner. And don't be afraid because you have brown eyes to wear brown, right? It's a beautiful natural complement. So don't be afraid to use brown when you have brown eyes. A lot of people are, and you shouldn't be. Let's just blend that a little bit more around the nose, around the mouth, down on the neck. Sometimes I get this buildup right here. that I don't like. I think it's because it's around my mouth. And I don't like the way that looks. So inevitably, I have to come back in and fix it and redo lips. But that's okay. It's just my tweaky personality that makes me do that. All right, we are done for today on this Wednesday. I will try to find the link for the eyeshadow palette. If I can find it, I will definitely link it for you. Don't be afraid to use the natural color of your eyes in your eyeshadow. Just be careful, like I said, to get that light source on them so it comes out instead of sinking back. You might want to give this a try, this under eye corrector that, you know, looks like I have no discoloration today, none. So need to remember this when I'm doing that. And please share if you would. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment, what you guys do. I know I love the fact that you do that. I love to hear from you. So thank you for the wonderful comments. As always, you know, I encourage any sort of feedback, but I'm not going to tolerate rude, insulting, condescending, hateful comments for any reason. We all have our opinion. I respect your opinion. You have to respect mine. And if you don't, I'm just going to block you and remove the comment, because there's just individual attacks are not okay. And I try not to individually attack any private citizen. Of course, I do go after politicians because that's part of their responsibility. But personally, I just find that unacceptable. So if you're wondering where your comment went, that's what happened. Sorry. Have a great Wednesday. Get out there and knock it out of the park today. Take the 30 minutes, put yourself together, be ready so you can set yourself up to have a great day. Always be careful of your surroundings, and go get those dreams and those goals. Work hard. Believe in yourself. Anything is possible. Be ready for those all-important first impressions, because you're never going to get them again. And just believe in you. You can do it. I'm here to help you, here to encourage you, and vice versa. And thank you for being part of this small but growing community. So please share this video with somebody that is passionate about makeup. I'm 63. I think you can be as beautiful and as alluring as you want. There is no, just because you get 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 does not mean that you don't want to look beautiful for yourself and anybody else. Why not? You always want to feel good about yourself. When you feel good about yourself, you accomplish so much more. Remember that. When you feel good about yourself, your passion and your drive and your determination and your confidence soars when you feel good. That is truly when you can be your most productive. So let's help each other get there every day, right? That's what we want. That's the whole purpose of this, is so we can have the best days possible and achieve as much as we can during that day. That's what I'm here for, to encourage you to be your best. Thanks for joining me. Browns, beautiful browns on this fall November morning. See you tomorrow. And thanks for joining me this morning.